What is going on, guys? RealDallasN here with another video. Yes, I know. I got a fucking haircut, guys. Holy shit. That guy's not wearing a hat? What? That's crazy. We drinking a little bit of wine for this video because why not? I felt like today, is a snow day, not working. Might as well enjoy myself while I'm making some bank, That's all I gotta say. But nonetheless, guys, today's video is really about the importance of a winner's mindset and not giving up. So I've been thinking the last few days, right? My last video was pretty good. I had a great day. Yesterday was actually amazing. So I'm going to continue on a little bit about the winner's mindset, really. When I was 19, I moved away from my mom's house because I was pissed the fuck off. I wasn't grateful for what the fuck I had. I was pissed. And I was pissed at the world. And I wanted the world to suffer with me. I moved to Houston. Made a tragic mistake of moving there. I didn't have any finances, anything saved up. But I went on the world to embark on my own journey because I'm not a fucking pussy. And I was going to go do it anyway. I'm just that type of kid, I had a lot of struggle growing up, though. Okay. My parents were divorced, and there are probably odds against a lot of men in today's world, right? I know of a lot of people who, were in divorced households, absent fathers and mothers, no parents, parents died or some shit like that, something crazy. Or just parents weren't really involved in your life at all. They're just too busy doing their own shit and they don't fucking focus on you. I had divorced parents. I did not have a fun time when I was growing up. And I get it. I see the world for what it is. And I don't blame anybody. I don't blame any of them for, going through their trials. Honestly, it's their own fault, to be honest. But, you can't save everybody, not even your own parents, guys. But you can learn from the mistakes of them. So at 19 years old, I moved out because I was pissed the fuck off. And I had just gone through a terrible breakup, one of the first love that I had ever dated. And I moved, this crazy story, guys. It's a fucking insane story. I kind of want to tell it, but I might go into another, full details in another video, but regardless, your boy got into a relationship with someone from out of state, moved them to Dallas at the age of like 18 or 19, or 20 or 20. I think it was 20 years old. I moved her here, and it was just the worst mistake I'd ever made in my life because I didn't fucking even really know who this person was. We were just both young and fucking stupid, and I'll drink to that. That's for another fucking time. I definitely have to tell that story at some point. And if she's ever watching, dude, fucking loser. Fucking loser. Whatever. So anyways, I moved, to Houston, and in search of, I was doing music at the time. I was in music production, and as you know, I was in the music industry. So I moved down there with a girl, because she had a room in a house, and we were kind of fucking at the time. So, I didn't think anything of it, right? Wrong. Okay. I moved there, was promised a room, and, didn't fucking work out that way. I literally got there and there was no room for me. So I had to move in with this chick inside of her own space. I was like, what the fuck is going on with my life right now? Anyway, so that was in Houston, and I was just like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, this girl's like a cocaine addict. Her sister was like high on heroin all the fucking time, and I just couldn't help but believe that because I was like so impaired, by my relationships and stuff like that, I like held on to dear life, in some points, because I was just like, I don't know any better, and I'm all by myself in this fucking city. And I was just like, okay, like. And I had two friends, I'll never forget this. Their name was Dawn and Austin. Both helped me out, real ones for sure. If they ever see this video, shout out Dawn and Austin, for, bringing me to Houston. I think they live in Washington now. I'll never forget it. We don't really speak anymore, but I was, whatever. So I moved to Houston, Austin, but, I built myself up in Austin. I had a lot of shit happen in Austin too. I went through, fake fucking friends. I went through, trying to figure out, career, trying to, figure it out on my own. I didn't go to college. I was, right after an illness of, having surgeries when I was like 18 or 19 plus a failed relationship. I was just like, I don't know what to fucking do with my life. Right. I had spent so much time going to music festivals and, and then I started working for, the artist that I was working for and traveling and had a lot of good times. But, at the end of the day, right, we get to Austin and I'm just sitting there like basically trapped in this 19-year-old's head from whenever I moved out, right? I was not ready for the world. And so basically what happened though is that, slowly but surely I just kept developing a winner's mindset. I didn't really get it at first. I didn't understand. And I finally like, it just dawned on me, towards, one of the last years, I was just like, I read an interview with the devil, I think. And it was like, I forget if it was Napoleon Hill or, God damn, I can't remember the name of the, let me look this up. Napoleon Hill. Yeah, it is Napoleon Hill. So Think and Grow Rich, right, guys? This guy, 100%. You got to get on his books. It's one of the best mental mindset books that you can get. But anyways, guys, I had an interview with the devil, right? And I was just like learning about how like life kind of entraps you into this whirlpool of like life, right? And I just didn't realize any of it until it was too late. So regardless, I'm back home now, but I'm taking this step back in order to shoot myself forward. And I've always been a winner in my own head. It's just a matter of life kind of catching up with me. That's just as honest as I can give it. So nonetheless, guys, I went through tons of shit growing up, divorced parents, having like a terrible time, moving cities all the time, trying to figure out, how to make friends and be a social person. I grew up in a farm town, and then I moved to a city and then I was like I was struggling academically, always did bad in classes. So I, got into drugs and started smoking weed and, doing partying too much and playing video games to escape the world. Not only that, I got Crohn's disease at the age of 17 and 18, and it completely fucked up, my plans for going to college and playing sports. Not only that, but then I went right into, trying to go to music festivals and figuring out my life. Got into a relationship from those festivals and like started dating crazy fucking bitches. All this stuff leading up to an event fold of me figuring out my life, sitting in Austin all alone, dealing with life on my own and not really having real fucking people around me. I've had a lot of backstabbers, right? And I, man, it's so fucking real. The song by the OJs, shout out Andrew Tate for fucking putting me on game. Straight up, dude. I've learned more from Andrew Tate in this last like month than I've learned from anybody else. I'm telling you, I've been watching Rollo Tomasi. I've been watching a lot of people for a long time. Andrew Tate's the fucking real deal. But guys, anyways, going through hardships in your life is inevitable as a man, right? And so that's why you need to adopt a winner's mindset, because at some point in time, life is going to get fucking hard, but you cannot accept defeat. And if you do accept defeat, dude, it's going to get bad for you. You're just going to be stuck and you're going to be a loser and you're not going to fucking, dig yourself out of this fucking hole that you put yourself in. I am nowhere near my maximum capability limit, but holy fucking shit. If watching, red pill videos or whatever the fuck it was for the last year, YouTube University is what I call it. I went and got a YouTube University degree and fucking learning from other people and their stories, man. Like I've put in the time of watching and writing notes and figuring it out, dude. I used to be the biggest beta fucking simp that you could ever fucking meet. I would, just talk to girls just because I was so desperate to get pussy. And, and up till recently even, just like finally, like, sometimes I hit up girls and I'm just like, man, what the fuck am I doing with these bitches? These girls are wasting my time. And I honestly just went through an Instagram cleanse and was just like, fuck all these bitches who have ever fucking put me on fucking hold. Fuck that shit, bro. You are not an on hold type person. If you're going for success and your worth, bro, like you will fucking win in the long run. Regardless of that, guys. Let me take another drink of my fucking wine. So, after all the hardship, going to Austin, I come back to Dallas, right? And I would say, since you go through all these hardships as a man, right, there's inevitably a point where hopefully you get redemption. You know, if you fucked up your life and you don't get a second chance, I don't know, man. Sorry about that. But one thing I will say is that nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. I could still be in Austin right now. I just had a conversation with my buddy Raph on the phone, and we were discussing this, and we were like, man, he was like, what would you do if you were still in Austin? What would you do if you were still sitting in the room, you know, trying to figure out what to do next, right? I was pretty much stuck there, broke as fuck. I was pretty much trying to figure out, you know, I was going to school. I was, you know, working, you know, multiple jobs. You know, I had, you know, I was successful and I had some careers going, but, you know, they just never really made me happy, or I would, you know, just got into quarrels with management. I'm not a fucking bend the knee type guy. I'm just really not. And most people will think that like I'm a troublemaker, but it's just like, dude, I'm just not going to bend my fucking knee. I am who I am, and I believe what's right is right. You know, like, and I have a pretty good moral fucking indication on when something's fucked up versus what's not. I know when people are trying to get behind my back, and I understand backstabbers, but regardless of the story, guys, you know, nobody gives a fuck about your struggles. You know, you're the only person in the world who will ever want success for yourself as much as you do. You know, like nobody will fucking ever give a shit. Not God, not mom and dad, not your fucking friends, and not your fucking dog or your cat. Straight up. You know, although, you know, God in general, right, whether you believe in God or spirituality or not, you know, and whether or not a force is working for you or not, they're still not going to save you. They're going to give you opportunity, right? And it's up for you as a man to get out there and fucking take it. So that's why, you know, like that's why developing the winner's mindset is so fucking important, is that regardless of any situation in your life, right, there are some opportunities, if you put in the fucking work, they're going to appear. They're going to appear regardless, you know, like it doesn't matter, you know, how fucked up your life is, or, you know, whatever the case may be. If you put in the fucking work and you don't make excuses and you figure it the fuck out, things will start to work in your favor. This not only, you know, is good for your mentality, it's also, you know, it's good to have, because not every defeat has to be a fucking defeat. You may lose a fucking battle, but this is a war game, guys. This is a fucking war. It does not end. War goes on forever in a man's life. Okay? You have the opportunity at life to continuously climb mountains, to continuously get better. Your life should be an endless cycle of wanting to complete and do better for yourself. I have never dropped that mindset. I knew whenever I was young, I used to look, you know, and, you know, I know Andrew Tate thinks that bodybuilders are gay, you know, whatever the fucking case may be, right? I don't do bodybuilding because I want other dudes to look at me. I do it because I like my own physique, and I need my physique to be on point, right? I put in the fucking work to be strong. You know, I focus more on the strength and being able to push shit than I really do about the physique. But yes, the physique is kind of nice. That goes with it. But I don't compete inside of fucking competitions, right? So whether or not I'm a bodybuilder or not, maybe I'm just an avid fucking weightlifter. Regardless of that fucking point, I don't give a fuck what Andrew Tate thinks about fucking bodybuilding. You know, that's his opinion. Cool. I do like Andrew Tate though. Overall, like I like all of his opinions mostly. But the fact is, guys, is that like not every defeat is a defeat, right? Like if you are getting, you know, let's just say you lose something, right? That doesn't mean you have to lose that battle, right? It means that, or it doesn't mean you have to lose the war. It means that you lost the battle, right? And this is an example, right? Where I was at a job, and I knew from the fucking get-go, you know, my manager was just a gossiping, socializing kind of a bitch, you know, like, and I could tell. Like I tried to improve. I tried to be better. I tried to do everything in my power, everything, but nothing was never enough for this chick. And not only that, but like from day one, these bitches were out to get me, like straight up. Like, and I'm being straight serious about this. You know, I was working one day, and I think I was late to a meeting by like a minute because I was like in the bathroom, and I was like, I had to take a piss before I got to the meeting. So I joined really quickly, and I was like, hey, like, you know, yeah, I was late for a fucking meeting. Who cares? Like, I got to take a fucking piss, you know, duty fucking called, and I had to go. Doesn't matter, you know, I'm a fucking human being, and like that shouldn't have fucking deterred anything. This chick goes and tattletales on my fucking manager, and from the get-go, you know, have a fucking manager pissed at me now because someone complained on me that I was late, but not only that, but they were gossipy as fuck. Like if you don't fit in with their fucking, hypocritical, fucking left-wing fucking bullshit, or bending down to the fucking female gynocentrism, fuck that shit. It's just not me. I'm never going to fucking do that. So, at some point I got fired. I got fired because I one day fucking fell back asleep in my fucking home, because I was in COVID. I was tired as fuck, and I had clocked in earlier in the day, but I laid down for a second. I wasn't expecting to fall back asleep, but I was really hungover, really tired. And yes, okay, unprofessional. Ooh, okay, I get it, bud. Like, yeah, it was unprofessional. I fucking laid down on my bed because I had a laptop and I was working, and I fucking leaned back for a second to fucking chill out, fell asleep. Okay, like you can't prepare life for that shit. It is what it is. I should have called out, but I already had a half day fucking planned anyway, so it was supposed to be a chill day regardless. So anyways, got fired over that shit because my manager thought I was like, supposedly clocking in and, doing it on purpose. I was just fucking tired. And regardless, even if I did do it on purpose, fuck you. Like, don't be a fucking bitch. But I didn't. So, where am I getting at with this? Right? Get back on track, Dallas. Come on, brother. Anyways, guys, like in the end of the day, right? I did not have to accept that as a defeat, right? I could have taken it to HR. I could have been like complaining about it, been like, yo, why the fuck is she on my ass? She's like micromanaging me, blah, 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 blah. Right? But I was just like, this isn't worth it. Right? And there are times to accept defeat. But, and honestly, no, fuck accepting defeat, right? But there's just times to move on from something that's not worth it, right? Because, like, basically you're winning in the long run. If you can move on from a situation, right, that you really don't have control over, like, I'm not going to sit there and get my fucking manager fired, because I honestly had proof and dirt on her that I could have used. And I was just like, this isn't worth it. I'm not going to fight this fucking game with lawyers and all this stupid shit. It's not worth it. I'm just going to move on with my fucking happy life because I don't fucking give a shit about the dumb fucking company that I was working at. Like, I liked it for a second, but to be honest, they treat their employees like fucking dirt, and, they treat them as like, as the number one, company in the world. Amazon owns this company, and straight up, like, they can't do anything for their employees at all. They, like no, barely any snacks. All they have is free fucking coffee, right? This is a multi-billion-dollar company, and you can't even fucking like supply any food for your fucking like employees or whatever, like, extra benefits or whatever. Like, all the benefits were fucking lame. Everything fucking sucked. They treat their employees like dirt. Regardless, it's an endless game of fucking like, kissing the fucking boss's dick. There's plenty of people in there that don't deserve fucking jobs. It's just cancerous fucking society in there, to be honest. I'm glad I got out, and it's super leftist wing organization. But in the end, right, like, moving on from something doesn't mean that you quarreled to defeat. It means that you kind of win in the long run because like, it's not a fucking battle worth fighting, right? Like in life, right? Like, there are people who will come and challenge you, and those are small little battles, right? It's not the war, and winning the war is basically coming out on top, being successful, being physically fit, being wealthy, having your status on point, having women, whatever, whether it be the icing on top of the cake or not. But in the end of the game, right, you need to be a winner. You need to be ready to win the war. You can't sit here and accept defeat. And because, like, if I had let that situation affect me, if I had let any of my situations affect me, I'd just be a fucking loser. I'd be straight up a fucking loser, right? And regardless if I think that I'm one now, I'm really not as bad as I think I am, because in general, guys do basically put a taper on themselves and they rate themselves a little bit lower than what they really are. And honestly, we have to give props to guys out there fighting the world. I appreciate guys in the world who are fighting for their life. I appreciate guys who are out there trying to become better men, who don't accept defeat, who are winners. Regardless of your fucking finances or status, guys, like, there are many ways to become a high value man in the world than being super fucking rich. And you kind of have to understand where you're at and what kind of man you are, right? If you respect yourself and you have a way for people to respect you for, then it doesn't fucking matter whether you have money, fucking status, bitches, wood game, right? But those are important, right? I'm not going to stop going for those because I'm a guy. I'm going to fucking win. But it's not the end all be all, guys. Anyways, I'm going to show you my gun because we just got this bad boy a few weeks ago. Canic TP9SA mod 2. It's empty right now. I've been fucking cleaning it. Well, I was gonna clean it tonight, but I'm not gonna do that tonight because I'm now drinking wine, and it's probably best to not be holding fucking gun and alcohol at the same time. But guys, I hope today's story was beneficial for you. I hope that you can develop a winner's mindset too. And I hope that this long fucking educated talk was enjoyable for you to watch, because honestly, I don't know what else you could want out of life. You know, you're here chilling with the boys. You're in YouTube. You know, I understand that this might be helping you or not, but hey, even 20 minutes of your time, you got value out of this. That's a good thing. So if you can, click this video, well, right here. Okay, there's going to be a video that pops up. There's going to be the subscribe button right here on your channel. All you have to do is just hit that subscribe button, guys. Put a comment below if you enjoyed any of this talk. But I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I'll probably make a video and have it ready to go by Monday for you guys. Nonetheless, guys, stay relentless. Keep the winner's mindset. Don't fucking accept defeat. Keep going. And I know the situation may not look good for you at first, but if you can get through that and get to the other side, guys, you will win. I'll catch you guys later. See you later. Bye.